Hello and welcome, it's Howard from HTS Electrical, and today we're at my friend's flat on the anniversary of my 3-year wedding. So I would have liked to have spent it with my wife. My friend had an emergency with a gas supply. Basically, gas board came to do something and condemned his installation. He has a maisonette in North London. It's a great place to be in the morning if you don't live locally, but anyway. It was split up sometime in the 70s into 2 flats. He has the upstairs flat. Whoever split up the gas apparently didn't do it properly. Gas board have condemned it and said they've condemned it because someone's altered it. Not because they've said it's dangerous, but because it's been altered. And they've said they need to run not 1, but 2 pipes from the main road. All fine. Begrudgingly he said, yeah, pay, we'll get it done. What is annoying is they charge him twice as much, even though they're only digging up 1 trench. They still charge him the same amount twice, but that's a whole nother debate about the monopoly of service providers. Anyway, so he finally does it. He says, look, whatever, I just need to get my tenant heating, hot water, gas is vital, especially as we're going into winter, human rights and all that. And they say, yeah, no problem, we can do it in 6 to 8 weeks. Obviously 6 to 8 weeks is not a suitable time frame to be without hot water, so he's called me up urgently. Howard, can we get a temporary electric shower in there so they can at least wash with some hot water? So I'm like, alright, good customer has actually become a good friend. He's filming it now. To be honest, I don't like him, but I humour him. So we are going to run an electric supply in a somewhat finished flat. And we're going to show you some creative methods of how we're going to try and get 6 mil from the other side of the flat to this side, down to the shower, past the kitchen tiles, past the bathroom tiles, hopefully without any evidence we've been here, except for an electric shower on the wall. We're going to try and do some of the plumbing ready for the plumber run pipe work, so I might show you a few techniques about running the pipe work as well. But we'll see how we go. I've got a wall-mounted isolator and a pull cord isolator, so we've got different options because I came prepared. So let me show you the quick run. So, shower is the other side of here. What we're hoping to do is come through the loft, 2 parts of the loft just to make it more complex, because why have 1 loft, Pete? So come through the 2 bits of loft, come above, shower wall is there. My plan is empty these cupboards, take off these cupboards, run a cable behind, because we can cut holes behind this, get past the joists, we can screw the patches back, and actually no one will ever know because it's going to be behind a cupboard, run our power in, put a pull cord isolator probably in the bathroom, back to the board, jobs are good, and we will try and get a pipe. If there's a cold water feed up above, we'll try and run a feed from there. If not, we're going to try and do it from the bath. We haven't really looked into that, and that's not really our job description, but we'll give it a go anyway. So let me show you the run. So fuse board's just up that end, so the run through the loft isn't going to be too bad, except we do have a space from the cupboard to the ceiling, so if there's not a void we might have to put some trunking. But in here, the aim is to mount the electric shower somewhere here, all tiled. That's why we're going to be running our cables through the back, no problem, carefully drilling through a tile, trying not to split it. Obviously, pipe work, we're either going to run to the loft, but Pete thinks that might have a chance of airlocking, so we might run down under the bath, figure out as we go. We've measured off the back wall, measured here, we think we're good. We're going to take off the back cover, but one thing I noticed, this is key, whenever you remove a tile or anything like that, there's grout down this side. Because of the grout down this side, it gives the tiles no space to move, so it's very easy to crack a tile. Same with when you remove a tile, always cut round the grout first, because if you just break it, you're going to chip and crack other tiles beside it because there's no movement. So I'm just going to Stanley down there, and that should hopefully free it up and stop a tile cracking. Right, so here we are back again. We've measured off that edge, which is close to the wall, not exact, but close, so we allowed for that. Upright is here. We drilled through there, we managed to tuck a drill in that gap. I've got a video of that. We're just running our pipe for a plumber. We're running the pipe because we don't think an electrician and a chippy and an electrician are probably the best people to plumb this shower up. Key point here, I've taped up this end. Ignore the fact it's blue. Yes, it is going to be a cold water feed, but I've just taped it. So when I shove it through this down to the floor, it doesn't matter if we get shit on it. Whenever you drill through tiles, you've got to be very careful. Use a hammer drill bit. Make sure it's set to rotation only until you've gone through the tile. So we've marked where the cable is going to come through. The pipe we're just going to run through the side because we don't want too many tight bends. It's going to give more joins. If it's solid pipe, if it's plastic one piece pipe, it's going to lead up with kinks. We just want one solid piece of flexi going in with a nice easy bend, so there's nothing in the wall to fail theoretically. So here I marked to mark where the cable's going to go, or someone marked to mark where the cable's going to go. It's been half wiped out because someone made it look like a penis, which was highly immature and also the client saw not very professional. So Pete told me off and removed the penis from it. But I started
still drilling.
He's still drilling. Ooh. So I've made a little pilot hole. Whenever you're making a big hole in metal or in stone, it's so much easier to make a small hole first. I got this bit. Now the hard bit is actually punching through the metal or the tile, and in this case it puts a lot less stress. So I've made my little hole. Now I've got my big bit. It's going to fly through really easily. One thing I forgot to mention, it's a lot easier with tile bits, but dip it in water because they get very hot. You're good when you can see the window through the hole. Some might say that's the window to Pete's soul. Here we are up in the loft. We measured off that point in, measured off the back wall along, and lo and behold, that drilled bit is our hole. Now what is weird, I was hoping to see the top of the wood, which I think the top of the stud work is there, and they've got this weird piece of wood on top. We don't quite know what for because it doesn't hold. There's multiple layers of plasterboard there, but if you look at the back they stop short, so I don't quite know what this wonky bit of wood on top of the bit of wood we needed to go through was. Little trick for you, I'm gonna put one clip this side just for a bit of strain relief, so I'm having a little trouble getting in here. One clip that side, strain relief. This is going to go in this side. Another cable I'm going to loop back and then clip up this one. So here's the trick for you. Strip it before you put it in. So much easier to strip it and work with it out here than it is to do it in this tiny box. We've got the power from that board there, so mirror image, along through, hatch up there. As you can see, that's a different height to the other ceiling, so we got it through ceiling 1, ceiling 2. We managed to bring the cable down, as you see in the pictures, where that one is, so absolutely no evidence we've been there, other than Pete is there now, and a little tiny pile of dust on the tile. Then I'll take you back. We're going back through. Gonna put that hatch back up into here. We have one pull cord, one shower, plumber plumbed. Anyway, pull cord on, moment of truth. And we have managed to run it through. The only noticeable thing is a pull cord on the ceiling and the plumber's work. We've even managed to hide the plumber's plumbing all the way, not tidied yet, into there. So we got that through to there for him. So shower's up and running while we wait for the gas board, so everything's all good.